We have to learn what's right in our environment, period, that actually can make us healthy. And there is a, I guess I'll call it a plant called Plantango major. Is it minor or major? Plantango major. And it's everywhere. It's in the concrete, we see it everywhere. And it's one of the most healthy, nutritional foods that we can eat. In fact, the Indians, and you can Google it because you think I'm crazy, the Indians used to call it white man's foot. Or English man's foot. Because everywhere the European walked, they said it would grow. Right? So think about it. If we in the hells of North America, right? Europeans all over the place, right? The earth is smart enough. See, the earth is your woman, period. The earth is the black woman. You know what I mean? Now, this is science, and you can throw your hand up and disagree with me if you want. You got what I'm saying? But, we tend to say, the black woman is the earth. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's the way to look at it. But no, the earth is the black woman. This black woman actually came before this physical orb we call earth.
Talk about it.
The black woman came before the sun, the moon, and the stars.
Talk about it.
Period. She's that dark matter that came out of that dark energy. Period. So the earth is a black woman, right? So if we walking around...
You said the earth came before the sun, moon, and the stars. That's what you just said?
No, I said the black woman came before the sun, moon, and stars. The black woman.
So this is your class, right, God?
Actual fact, Lord.
What lessons are you teaching here?
What lessons I'm teaching? Right now I'm teaching about manganese, minerals.
Now, I mean, what lessons are... I understand the topic matter.
Here we go.
Right.
The topic matter.
Right.
What I'm speaking about is what lessons are... See, first and foremost, my name is Born Intellectual Perfection, all up.
Peace, God.
From Medina.
Peace.
Right? I'm knowledge 120 at the age of knowledge culture. I'm free cipher.
Okay.
This year.
Peace.
I'll be freedom knowledge. The point that I'm making is, see, I taught class here in this very same school, a law school in Mecca.
That's peace, God.
In the year Born Culture.
Okay.
And see, at one point in time,
Right.
when you taught class in the law school,
Right.
you taught about the laws, mathematics.
Okay.
Now, I'm saying all that you teaching,
Right.
that's peace and all that, but
Right.
what lessons does it correlate to, brother? You see what I'm saying? In other words,
Whoa,
I'm
whoa, whoa.
saying...
Are you saying the black woman,
I'm
being
asking you a
before the
question.
sun, moon, and stars? Is that what you're talking
I'm
about?
asking you a question.
Okay.
I asked you for some clarity in that. You cleared that up a little bit.
Okay.
Now, the other question I'm asking you is what lessons are you teaching? In other words, not what the subject matter is that you're teaching,
Right.
but what lessons are you teaching? In other words,
You
what,
mean in 120?
not just 120.
Okay, because I can correlate this with 120.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay, so as
That's
we
what
talk
I'm
about
asking.
manganese
Yeah.
and we talking about original people, we know the original people already have a thicker bone density because the devil is weak bone and weak blooded. That
That's
is in the
right.
lessons. So when we
What
talk about
lesson is
manganese, what?
What lessons? That's what I'm asking you.
Lost found
What
lesson, lesson number
specific
2,
lesson
question
are you
number...
teaching in regard to? That's all I'm asking.
Well, what you is I'm curious.
Well, first of all, I don't teach.
I'm
I mean,
talking
well,
myself, go.
I haven't just
even
yet
speaking loud enough for
teach
anybody to hear
anything
me
to
but you,
one
'cause you was in
specific
proximity.
degree
You got
or
all
lesson.
crown
Now, if you're
and
talking
all
about that
buttons
degree
and
that I'm talking
flags
about right
and
now, that's in the understanding wisdom
I'm in
degree in the
class
Lost
right
Free
now.
Cipher.
I'm in class right
When we
now.
talk about,
I'm listening to you.
yeah, when we talk about being weak bone and weak blooded.
I want to hear this.
You know what I'm saying? So if we talking about manganese, see, here's the problem that we have as original people. It's all in the lessons. But we fuck around and we following Europeans, we following devils, right? So what happens is we think that we need all these other things to build the black body when the lessons teach us who we are. So if we following other people that's other than who we are, then guess what's gonna happen? We gonna be weak boned and weak blooded just like them.
That's peace. But what I'm saying is, like what you just said,
Right.
that's in the lessons.
Actual fact.
And that's what I'm asking you.
I can
What
show and
lessons
prove
are-
everything I teach in the
Hold on,
lessons.
brother. I didn't ask you to show and prove.
I'm just saying I can
I
show
asked
and
you-
prove everything I teach in the
Well, how
lessons.
come we don't know you then? If you can show and prove all that. First of all, you
said
started
how come you-
cursing, foul language, show lax, or wouldn't you? We said we fucking around and everything. It's Earth and the baby right there.
That's my earth from my baby, you know what I'm
first.
saying?
First and foremost.
Now, if you could all these chemicals and diseases and all that, he's saying, how is it correlated?
And I
Like,
sh- and I
what
sh-
you
and I
just
showed him
said
to
just
understand
now
the wisdom
doesn't
degree.
relate
I
to
showed him
one
to understand.
degree and
Hold up.
arguments.
Hold up. Are y'all here to learn about black biology and get your body
Knowledge
healthy?
is infinite, man.
I'm just asking you, are you here to
Knowledge
learn
is
about
infinite.
black biology
We can learn from
and get
everything.
yourself
Hold fast. Wait. Hold
And
fast.
get yourself
hold fast.
healthy.
Hold fast. Do the knowledge, right?
right?
Do the knowledge.
I'm
This is a
doing-
law school in Mecca,
Absolutely, actual fact.
right? When you come to a law school in Mecca,
Right.
you should be learning about the laws of mathematics.
I'm
which is
teaching
why,
the laws of mathematics
Which is
right
why
in
I
fact.
asked you. Which is why I asked you What lessons are you teaching?
I said the
listen,
understanding
do the
sex,
knowledge, God. You
was
can't do
degree.
the knowledge if you add on. You do knowledge before wisdom. That's simple mathematics.
Okay. Well,
and what I'm saying is, if you can add on and I do the knowledge,
yes, sir.
when I'm adding on, you should be able to do the same.
Okay.
And what I'm saying to you is simple. Okay, you teaching about black biology. That's peace. But that's not one of our lessons. So what I'm asking you is, in a law school in Mecca, when you're teaching about Allah's mathematics, how does that coincide with Allah's mathematics?
Did I answer your question?
No, you didn't. I
said in an understanding wisdom degree, right? It talks about the devil being weak-boned and weak-blooded. And so it also talks about how you make devil. So I can go through the different degrees, but I got students in here that's not even on them degrees yet. So I normally don't quote degrees in the class.
That's the point that I was trying to make right there.
Right.
That's the point that I was trying to make. See, like I said, God,
right.
In the year 1994, like you said, being that there's students in here that don't know that particular degree of mathematics, I'm going to speak in layman's terms. I taught in the same class, God. Okay. And I'm telling you, at one point in time in a law school in Mecca, right? A law street academy, like I said, we dealing with layman's terms, right? At any point in time in the history, prior to me teaching, right? You had to be teaching about this, or 120 lessons. Hold fast, let me make my point. This, 120 lessons, or showing and proving how anything that you teaching is directly in sync with this.
And I can do that on every level.
I'm not asking you if you can do it. I'm asking you, are you doing it right now?
Actual fact. And I gave you the degrees. And I gave you the degrees.
All right, that's peace. That's all I'm saying. Look, I just asked you to add a little clarity. Okay. That's it.
So did I add clarity?
That's peace.
Okay. So
good bill.
So as I was saying, the black woman, see, we was talking about Plantango Major, right? And how the European was all over this part of the continent. So the earth, who is the black woman, will then provide you with the medicine that you need to clean yourself up from somebody that is dirty and filthy and sick by nature.
The devil.
Period. That's why I said the earth is the black woman. Because what happens, God, if, you go home and you have, a little something, you're not feeling well, right? You got a good black woman, she going to take care of you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? She going to make you some soup.
Nature.
Absolutely. She going to make you some soup. Hopefully it ain't no bean soup.
You heard?
You know what I'm saying? Because it got a lot of nitrogen in it. It's a nitrogen fixator, right? But if that's where you are, we swim those 9,000 miles. But she going to make you some soup. She going to provide you, a nice meal, to get you back. Well, guess what? The earth is the black woman. So just like the so-called Indians called Plantango Major white man's foot, is because these people were so dirty and so sick that everywhere they went, the earth itself was intelligent enough to grow it. So that the original man could then eat it. And guess what? It's all over the neighborhood. It's everywhere in your community, and we walk right by it to go to a grocery store. We lost. That's why I'm here. I love my people, and we lost. Period. I love my people. And I'm tired of seeing us die. I will die to prevent you from dying.
That's right. Bill, God.
You know what I'm saying? And I love these lessons. And my earth loves these lessons. And anybody that comes around me will love these lessons. Straight up. And the white man is the devil. And that's what we teach.
The white man is the devil.
And the black man is God. So when the earth provides you what you need, we walk over it. We got Plantango Major in the ground. And we walk over it. It's in the cracks of the sidewalk and we sick. Because we don't know. But if we only consume these things which are growing wild and natural for you to cleanse yourself from this wicked and toxic environment, we would be better off. Peace.
Peace.